Alright guys, I wanted to do a quick video today about all the fun things that I do every single day while playing Animal Crossing. Of course, I changed my outfit first, check up on my buddies, walk past my turnips, check out some of the newest developments that I have around the island. I recently made a dueling piano bar. It's still in the process, of course, but I love to walk by things and then sort of get inspiration. Sometimes when I walk by it, I get a new idea. I always look for new presents, and when I go through my presents, if it's something that I don't necessarily love, I have a drop-off section in the front of my area, so when people come in, they can just take whatever they want. I plan on making a sign that says take one, leave one. I added a new Able Sisters section where you can see the clothes right out front. I'm working on that. I'm developing 2 new stores. I just put down the tile yesterday, and I will be working on this one today a little bit. I decided that my campsite is way too big, so I'm actually going to cut it in half over the next few days, and I will be pulling out some of the furniture little by little and then consolidating the area and making it a little bit more tighter. I don't think the campsite deserves this much attention. But as you walk through your village, of course, you have to make sure that you speak to everybody in your path and get your new recipe for the day. And today I hit the jackpot. My little bud Chatter, he gave me the gold armor. So I don't have enough gold to make the gold armor, but I'm excited that I have the recipe. He's so cute. He's one of my favorite. So I learned my recipe of the day. I always try to do that first thing in the morning so I don't forget. And I always save things that I think will work for each of my villagers. So Fang has a very redwood house, and I had a piece of furniture that would go with his house, so I saved it. And he paid me today. I don't need payment from them. I just want them to have nice things. But I do save them specifically for my villagers, that if I think it goes well with their house. If you saw yesterday's video, I gave Gail a Ms. Flamingo because she's a hot pink house. Today we're working on a restaurant, and I put the brick oven in here. I'll show you that later, but it's not going to stay there. I just put that there for now. This is eventually going to be a different type of restaurant. I'm not sure if it's a coffee shop or if it's a gyro shop, or, I'm not sure what the shop is going to be, but it definitely will be a restaurant. I don't have all the stuff as of yet, but I am working on it. I just had a couple of pieces here and there, and so I put what I had, and then I started to move out the items from the campsite. As you will see, I think eventually I might put the brick oven in someone's yard. Like, he has a pizza oven. Actually, my neighbor right behind me has a pizza oven in his backyard, and I'm so jealous of him. So I was working on it, and the tiles to me feel very Mediterranean. And while pizza is Italian, that oven does not match the tiles. But I did put it here for now because, like I said, I'm trying to clear up that space. I just love these tiles. I actually want these tiles in my bathroom. Animal Crossing gives me a lot of inspiration to do in my real house. So I got my little menu sign in the front. I also might swap out the stone tiles for the brick, the light brick. Yeah, so I had to move some of the trees just to fill this area that I opened up by taking the brick oven. But again, I might terraform this area. I'll load it up. Here's my, I pulled some flowers, and I have a hidden Zen garden, which I'm also working on. I need a lot of stone to fill that up. I found a transparent sand pattern for the floor yesterday, and I thought it was so pretty. It's much whiter than the beach sand, and so I went with that instead. I need to definitely find about 100 stones this week. Of course, throughout the day, you should try to be working on your Nook miles, and I do that all the time. That enables me to find new characters when need be. Whoever you have in your front court, make sure you go and give them a visit. I always like to see what Leaf has on hand. It was funny because my Nook Miles said I had to plant pansies, but he didn't have any. Another task, I always hit all my rocks and make sure I find my money rock. And I make sure that I also find every fossil. And that waterfall was actually the very first thing that I terraformed, and I put it behind my museum. Quick chat with Blathers. And then I'm off to create my fountain park. I had to move some rocks. I had to knock out some rocks. I had to do 2 in one day, which I never do. But I needed this space, and so we had to rip up this area and then brick the floor. I like having it nice and clean in the front, so when people walk in, they see some sort of consistency. This is the longest part of the whole entire game, is the flooring. I wish there was an easier way. I mean, it takes so long that eventually all my villagers gather around and see what's happening, and then they get bored of me and they leave. They're like, what are you doing? This looks fun. And then they're like, this is not fun. This is so boring. Okay, so I finally got my fountain base, and I wanted to center it and then just put a little bench next to my freebie area. I love the hedging. When we got the update for the hedging, I was so happy because while I do love the wood and stone and rope options, I think the hedging just gives it a much more colorful vibe and a much more homey vibe. I live in New York, and so I'm trying to give it a very New York feel. This is very Central Park to me. I'm just creating what I know. You know, dual piano bars, ramen shops, Central Park. This is sort of where I am leaning. I have I'm making a club. This is what I'm doing. I also talk to every single person several times a day, and they always give me new clothes. And whenever they give me new clothes, I put them on immediately. I want them to feel good. I stole my bench from Abel's. I will make a new one today because I wanted to see what it looked like if I created this little area with my one tree and my bench. And I would think I was going to do maybe a little statue in the corner. And that's it. I don't think I want more in here. And I ordered soda machines and vending machines for this nook in between my 2 stores, but they haven't arrived yet. They should be here tomorrow. So I'm really excited to put that in. And that's what I did yesterday, but I wanted to wrap things up and show you one more fun thing. I had a little singing session with 3 of my girls, and Sprinkles was going on and on about his little coffee buzz, which makes me think all the rumors about the coffee store are true. And whenever they sing, whenever I find my girls singing, I just usually take a few minutes and dance with them. Because while there's so much work to be done in Animal Crossing, sometimes it's nice to just twirl and have a little fun with your residents.